Hello everyone, today I'm going to speak about low sensitivity versus high sensitivity and which one is better. Before I continue the video, I'd really appreciate if you liked and subscribed. Now this video was inspired since the other day I realized with my new mouse I was playing 1600 DPI instead of 800 DPI, which is making my sensitivity double what it should be and what I thought it was. So this was my first free build on my new sensitivity, which at the time I had halved, which restricted my movement a lot more. Before continuing the video, I would like to say that low sensitivity is probably around 6x and Y speed on keyboard and mouse, and anything lower than 38% horizontal and vertical speed on controller. I would consider high sensitivity 8x and Y on 800 DPI on keyboard and mouse, and anything above 48% is probably high on controller. Firstly, I'm going to talk about aim, which is arguably the most essential mechanic to win fights. If you can't aim, you won't win. Having lower sensitivity means you can hit shots a lot more consistently, as you don't have to move your mouse as much and rely on a flick. Though, this can be challenging when aiming at high speed targets, as you can't track them as easily. Whereas on higher sensitivity, your aim can be a lot more inconsistent, like mine was, and result in a lot less shots hitting the target, but also having some random moments where you hit really crazy and challenging shots. Bro, what are these guys doing?
Behind you.
Now with mechanics such as building and editing, having lower sensitivity increases the consistency in crosshair placement, which I believe will overall make you a better fighter, being able to hit edits more consistently, and since in an in-game scenario you won't need to hit 5 quad edits in a row. Though, if you want to feel really mechanical and fast like some players such as Polarized, Peterball, even Asian Jeff, and also have the ability to hit more edits at a quicker speed, high sensitivity is necessary. I do believe when it comes to having fun that high sensitivity is better than low,
I'm him.
as you can enjoy being quicker and hit crazier shots. Despite that though, having a sensitivity between 5.5 to 7.5 x and y is probably the most ideal for keyboard and mouse, and anything between 38% to 48% on controller. Having a high or low sensitivity can be good, but it depends on your play style and how much you're used to playing at that speed. Now for crosshair placement, I do believe any sensitivity can be good for crosshair placement, as it depends on how much time you spend on crosshair placement. As unlike things like aim and your building mechanics, crosshair placement kind of has a bit more of a limit. Like if you're a pro, you're going to have maximum consistency, whereas aim, you're not always going to hit every shot. So I do believe crosshair placement is more just on how much you practice it and doesn't rely as much on sensitivity, but I would prefer low sensitivity than high sensitivity, at least to start off with. So, which is better? Obviously having a sensitivity more in the middle is probably the best, but I do believe for competitive I would recommend sticking to a lower sensitivity, as consistency of shots is really important to win fights, especially against good players. However, for creative, having a high sensitivity will allow you to become a creative warrior more easily than a lower sensitivity, as your wrist or hand doesn't have to work as hard to turn around. I believe that higher sensitivity has more capabilities than a lower sensitivity, since if you are someone who can master crosshair placement, aim and building, plus with the ability to flick someone, you have more possibilities than someone on lower sensitivity who can't track people as quickly and can't flick as well. But for now, I recommend to stick with somewhere between 5.5 to 7.5 x and y on keyboard and mouse, or 38 to 48% vertical and horizontal speeds on controller if you're trying to learn. And if you're experienced, hopefully this will help you choose the best sensitivity for you. Obviously I haven't mastered any of these mechanics yet, and I have so much more to learn, but I just wanted to give you guys some suggestions. So with that being said, thank you for watching the video.